The advantage of being a university student is that you have access to a lot of resources that the general public doesn't, including access to databases that will provide for you evidence from research that you can use to strengthen your practice. Much of this module and the chapter 4 has been dedicated about finding this evidence in specific databases, and there is mention of starting with Google Scholar and PubMed, which are your initial choices, and then going on to specific area-centered databases. So how do you do it? If you're a Laurentian student, the first thing you do is you start by going to Laurentian University's website. Which is www.laurentian.ca. Once you get to Laurentian University's website, right on top of your page, you will see one of the clickable links that says library. Go ahead and click the library link. When you click the library link, it takes you to the library and archives page, and you have a search box with different titles, catalogs, scholarly articles, e-journals, research databases, and research guides. If you click on research databases, you have a drop-down menu and you can search for the database that you need in order to be able to conduct your research. Now, let's pretend that you are a student of gerontology. If you click on the drop-down menu, you see many databases, but the database that's most relevant to students in gerontology is AgeLine. So we go ahead and pick AgeLine. Once you pick AgeLine, you click the magnifying glass icon or the search icon, and it takes you to AgeLine. You would not have access to this database outside unless you're a university student. So let's pretend that we are looking for an article. For fun, let's type in an author's name. And we can specify in search a field. We can go ahead and say this is the author's name. So let's go down to author. And we can specify the topic. So let's specify, let's say, macular degeneration. Okay. And when we search, what we find is we find an article that has the search term macular degeneration. We could have picked that to be in the title, we could have picked that to be in the subject, and then we go ahead and we have our article. We can click on the article and it takes us to the paper itself. And as you can see, the author's name is at the bottom, at the end of the list of authors on the paper itself. Okay. Now, with specific databases, you can do more than just find something on one specific database. If your search is somewhat broad, covering a lot of different areas, you can choose the databases that you want your key terms to come in. You can say choose all. It'll pick every database that exists, and if you go ahead and hit OK, that changes your search parameters, and then you hit search, and all of a sudden you get more papers because that's related to this particular author or authors with the same name and this topic. So this is how you get to specific databases using your status as student at a university and find out information that's specific to your line or area of practice.